I have two first date success stories from Reddit. Might split this into two videos depending on how long this is. So let's go with the first one. Just came home from a first date, which was the best of my life. Well, that's big words. Either it was a really good date or he doesn't have many successful dates in the first place. So he says he's 24. Life hasn't been the best for the past 3 years or so. Struggling with anxiety and mild depression. Family life not being the best. Moving with family out of Brooklyn, halfway across the world to be closer to extended family, and being without friends I grew up with. So already he's like bringing this negative energy. Hopefully he didn't bring this into the first date, because with a first date you want to keep it light and fun and positive. You don't want to bring the mood down. You don't want to say, "Oh, woe me, I have such a difficult life," because that's going to turn the woman off. So hopefully he didn't bring that into the date, but it does sound like he's moved past that and he's, a bit more positive about life, so that's a good thing. Things only started getting better the past month and a half when I got accepted into a really good university to finish my degree. Well, I hope that university degree is a useful one and you're not wasting your money on a degree like I did, like many people did. To be fair, the job I have now, you do need a degree. It just wasn't in the field that I was studying. But hey ho, I don't think allowing kids to make such big life decisions at the age of 18 is ever a good idea. Quarantine gave me a chance to work on myself, so I started working out and being able to cut myself down from 170 to 145 pounds. I shaved my head, grew a beard, and got back on Hinge. So I'm guessing he was losing some hair and he took action to shave it all off, which credit to him, because I see a lot of people walking around with a little bit of hair left and they haven't taken the plunge to shave it off. If you want to look like the guy from God of War, do it, guys, because you look much more masculine, and some women go crazy for that. So don't do a Homer Simpson and just keep two strands of hair on your head. But yeah, credit to him. He's worked on himself, and yeah, he's feeling good about himself. So he got back into the dating game. I've used the app before with some success, but nothing promising. I wasn't intending to use it for too long, as I'd be heading back to school in October. I figured I'd have a million chances to meet someone when I get back into the dating sphere. So he's obviously like not an incel. By the way, I hate that term, so I'll try not to use that again in the video. But look, he's obviously not a bad looking chap, and he has some social skills because he's had dates in the past that have gone well. Um, but yeah, I think it's nothing wrong with downloading the apps, getting some more experience, even if you are off to college afterwards. It's good to have as many experiences as possible, because more numbers mean you feel more confident when you're speaking to women in the future. So on Hinge, for those who don't know, give users the option to like pictures as well as prompts. One girl caught my eye and liked one of her prompts. I'm going to skip most of this, so I don't think it's very relevant. But apparently they've been talking for a bit, and then we agreed to meet this afternoon after she gets off work and get dinner instead of just drinks. So it sounds like there was like a last minute thing, which is fine. So they were just talking and they're like, "Oh, we're both free tonight. Let's meet tonight." So that shows quite a lot of interest from her part to just fit him into her plans so last minute. So that's a good sign. Dinner on a first date's never a good idea though. It's way too formal and you're committing way too much time to each other, because what if you end up not liking her? Because you'll know if you like someone within the first 10-15 minutes. So if you realise you don't like her and the first course hasn't even come, you're stuck with her for a good 2-3 hours. And then it also gets too expensive, because men do pay for a first date, which I think is the right thing to do. Be a gentleman, pay for the first date, take control of the situation. But if you're paying for food, it's going to start creeping up, especially if you're in the city. So not a great first date idea, but according to the title, it went well. So let's see what happens. She's 26 and down to earth from the jump, and seriously pretty. Not scared of saying something that would normally embarrass some girls I've been on dates with. Okay, that's quite quirky, but also can be quite scary, because if she's just saying stuff and she's not embarrassed by it on the first date, imagine what she's going to say further down the line. Maybe she is quite overly confident and a bit too out there. Which, yeah, it's fun if you just want to date her casually, but over a long period it may cause a few issues. We have similar tastes in music, film, general taste, yada yada. We ended up sitting at a table talking for about 20 minutes before the waiter finally took our order. So that's a perfect example why you shouldn't do a food date. You know, you're waiting around way too much, and it's a time, it's a lot of time into that. If you really needed the food, go to a bar, get a few bar snacks. You know, something quick. The food was alright, but I was only there for this girl. We spoke about so many things that we kept getting sidetracked by other points of the conversation, and it felt great to know I wasn't the only one engaged in the conversation. We both had endless things to talk about, and it felt refreshing. Yeah, look, if you click with someone, it's just so easy. You know, you don't need a list of questions. There won't be those awkward silences, and even if there are silences, it won't feel awkward because you just have such a good connection with someone. So, this is great. It's a breath of fresh air. And when a date goes like this, yeah, you feel on cloud nine, and all your worries just slip away. But you gotta be careful if you just talking too much and talking her out of liking you. It's important to ask her questions, let her speak for 90% of the day. Women love talking about themselves, so just keep asking a woman questions. After dinner, she felt bad I was offering to pay for the whole thing and told me she'd only let me if I went out with her again. Oh, that's a really good line from her. So, yep, green flag that she offered to pay. It's probably a test from her regard. She was never going to pay, but that's completely fine. But at least she brought it up, and she showed a lot of thanks to you for offering to pay. So that's a really good sign that she's a good girl. And for her to say, I'll only let you pay if we go out again. Yeah, shows she has a lot of interest in you. Just don't F it up in the final part of this date, because she says yes now. She can completely change her opinion in 10, 20 minutes time. So just don't talk her out of liking you. But yeah, you've obviously done really well. So I paid, we walked around, eventually finding ourselves sitting by some stairs and talking about music and other things. So yeah, it's important when it comes to dates is to have a plan. Where are you going after dinner? You want to find somewhere after dinner we can just sit close to each other, maybe on a sofa, maybe go back to her place or your place, and open a bottle of wine and keep the night going and try and move it to something more romantic and something more physical. But it sounds like you just wandered around aimlessly and just found a step to sit on and get close to her. Not a good idea. It shows this guy wasn't thinking about the logistics of the date. Um, After a bit, we stopped the music and the conversation got a bit serious, and she started sitting closer to me. Okay, yeah. If a girl wants to kiss you and she likes you, she'll move closer and she'll make it easy for you to make her move. Really, this guy should have took action and pulled her closer and got closer to her, because you're the man. You need to take guidance and leadership. But hey, she did it for you. Maybe she just couldn't wait any longer, or she got the vibe that he was a bit nervous by the situation. They have a lot of experience, so she took lead, and that again shows her personality that we've already seen on this first date. But hey, sounds like he's about to get some intimacy here. I found out she's passionate about certain things in life and was in awe of how comfortable she was opening up to me and the way she was. Bit concerned about how much she was talking here. Was she talking about serious stuff like ex-boyfriends, etc., or trauma? That's something to be aware of. After the conversation got lighter, I told her I had a stupid question. I asked if I could kiss her, and she said I beat her to it. Now, I have asked women, oh, can I kiss you now? But it's about how you say it. This sounds a bit like, oh, please, madam, please, your queen, can I kiss you because I'm too nervous? That's probably not the best way to go about it. I guess you could say it like, I need to kiss those lips, come here, or do I get to kiss you now? Or, I don't know, say something like that. But yeah, I know a lot of people probably say you shouldn't ask, oh, can I kiss you? There are better ways to do it, look into her eyes, look down at her lips, and then go for the kiss. You don't need to ask her, but hey, he kissed her. That's what it matters. And she said, "Oh, I beat her to it. Perfect." She's obviously really likes this guy. That was basically the rest of the date. Small talk interrupted by kissing. Yeah, great. So it's really important to kiss on the first date because you can see if she likes you physically or not. If you don't kiss her on the first date, you won't know if she likes you more than just a friend, and it shows you have balls and you go for what you want. She knows you like her, she knows you want to kiss her, so kiss her on the first date and show you're a guy who goes for what he wants. Eventually, we both had to go our separate ways as I'm taking a preparatory. I can't even say that word. Anyway, he has to go somewhere tomorrow and she has work. Again, that's why you should make plans where you don't have work the next day, so you can stay at each other's house. But again, if you two really like each other and she really likes you, she'll make plans that night to sleep with each other. But hey, but I still think they like each other. But again, I feel like he didn't really think about the logistics of the date, which is then both free for us. So they're going to meet Tuesday. So they've already made plans on the first day about when the next going to meet. I wouldn't do that unless, again, she brings it up. If she brings it up, then great, plan the next date, but don't plan the next date while you're still on the first date. You want to leave it a few days, keep her guessing, and it also shows that you're not too needy and you're just going to drop all plans to see her. You had a great first date. Give it time to breathe. Don't push it so quickly. But hey, they plan the next date on the first date, whatever. She likes him, so he can probably get away with it. And texted while we were on our way to our homes, and now we are here. Okay, yeah, again, too much texting as well. Like, you just seen her on a date, why are you still texting while in the taxi or while you're home? Just give it time to breathe. Keep her guessing. She can already tell you really like her, so stop with the texting. There's not much of a point to the story, but to any guy or girl in a subreddit who feels like they're having bad luck in dating worlds, things eventually work out. Already, this guy thinks he's had success with this girl. Yes, you kissed her on the first day, etc. But for all we know, she probably has multiple other men that she's dating, and for all we know, she might cancel this second date coming up. So already he's thinking about the wedding bells and the white dress. He thinks he's found his special woman, but bro, it's way too soon. Already I'm getting this needy rushed vibe, and she's going to pick up on that straight away. So this guy just needs to calm down, take it slow. Congratulations, you had a great first date, but don't talk her out of liking you. Don't over text her, and don't take her out for a meal again. Keep it fun, keep it light, do something, maybe an activity, and make a plan to push things to the bedroom. Because I think he said the next date's going to be on a Tuesday, so I'm guessing they're going to have work the next day. So again, there's no opportunity there for sex to happen. Anyway, good luck to this guy, but it wouldn't surprise me if this falls through. Anyway, that's all, guys. Cheers. See ya.